Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Angela. I am a full-time voiceover artist and audiobook narrator, and my channel is dedicated to those of you that are just getting started out in this wonderful world of voiceover and audiobook narration. And I share with you some techniques I use every day in my own voiceover business, and I answer your questions. So today I wanted to address something that came up just recently with one of the people that I work with, and that is working with people on Fiverr that potentially could be scamming you. And I hope that it's okay that I share this situation, but I need to make you aware that this has happened and could potentially happen, and maybe some ways to get around it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. Okay, so what had happened to this gentleman that I work with is that someone on Fiverr had contacted him and they negotiated a sort of an audiobook rate for lots of narration, like on a continuing basis. And it was a lot of back and forth with this person. And I think he said that his spidey senses were tingling at one point. However, being a brand new seller on Fiverr, he needed the reviews, the social proof that we all need on Fiverr, and decided to just suck it up and work with this gentleman. So they started to work together and he got some work done for him. But then midway through the narration process or the order, the buyer just up and disappears and cancels his profile. So this seller, this voiceover artist, is kind of stuck going, what just happened? And after he had contacted customer support and Fiverr, discovered that this gentleman had recently created the profile, contracted some work from this voiceover artist, and then just up and disappeared without paying. Although Fiverr customer support was able to give this voiceover artist some sort of compensation for the time. I don't know if this is a case-by-case basis. I'm sure it is, but don't assume that Fiverr is going to owe you every single time this happens. Just side note. But work with customer support on Fiverr if this does happen to you and see if you can come to some sort of a resolution. It is unfortunate that this happens, but it does happen. And I always tell people when they ask me about spamming on Fiverr, and just keep in mind, anytime you make yourself available to this gig economy or working for a fee, you're going to be exposed to spammers of all types from all different corners of the world, trying every which way to take advantage of you and get work for free. So I'm not saying it's just Fiverr. It could be anytime you make yourself available online. So one of the ways with Fiverr in particular that if a seller approaches me and starts to either be inappropriate or rude or pushy, I always give them the benefit of the doubt because sometimes there is a language barrier, there's a translation barrier. So I always give them benefit of the doubt and I ask questions. I try to get onto the same page with this buyer, and I will also take a look at their profile. Now, if they have a brand new profile created within the last month, they have no other reviews, and my intuition just says, no, something is wrong here, then I will probably just kindly end the conversation. No, thank you. I'm going to have to pass on this job and leave it at that. If the client decides to push or to maybe continue to say rude things, then I would definitely report and block them. But if they do have some reviews and they've had this profile for a while, then I will try my hardest to work with them. I will try to work it out and get on the same page and help this client the best way that I can. And just to give you a couple of examples of people that have reached out to me through my inbox, I wanted to show you what I meant. This is an example of a profile of someone that I have blocked that had said some inappropriate things to me in my inbox. And so I had asked some questions. How can I help you today? How can I be of service? Tried to understand what it is that they wanted, but in the end, it turned out that it was an inappropriate ask on Fiverr. Let me just say that. So before I blocked and reported this person, I went to their profile and this is what I saw. They had joined just last month. There are no reviews for this person, and they are also a seller as well as a buyer. So, in theory, they should have some sort of reviews, right? Now, I know everybody starts from somewhere. I know everybody starts from ground zero, from point one. And I know not everybody has reviews or I know being a brand new seller on Fiverr is hard to get anyone to really work with you and to take you seriously and to give you that chance to get started, right? I understand that. Believe me, I do. I've been there. I work with people that are there right now. But if someone is being rude to you and inappropriate and asking for things like taking your business off of the platform or just being downright demanding or crude, you don't have to work with them. And if you come to their profile and there are no reviews, there is no profile like bio, there's nothing here whatsoever other than a picture, and they joined within the last year, they would have something. They would show that they have connected their profile to Facebook, to Stack, or Slack rather, to Google, something. There would be a profile bio. There would be something here other than just a picture from whatever country they're from and what date they joined. There would be something else here if they were a serious buyer and or seller on Fiverr. They would take that time to fill out their profile if they intended to stay. So in this situation, if this person has no reviews, no information whatsoever, no bio, no nothing, I'm going to assume that this is a red flag. And I am going to say politely, no, thank you. I will have to pass on this and I'll have to move on. However, if the profile looks like this, where there are some reviews, they joined in April of last year. There's no bio that I can see. However, it does show that they speak basic English. They have a linked account. There's no profile picture, but that's okay. Not everybody is comfortable with having a profile picture. And I don't know if they are a seller. If they're a seller, then they would definitely have a profile picture. But if they are just a buyer and that's all that they do, then they might not have a profile picture. I would not use that as a red flag. But there are some reviews here. There are some reviews that this person has on their profile. And I would work with this person because they took the time to fill out the profile and link it to other accounts like their Google account or their Facebook account or, some of the other social media platforms. That makes me a little bit more comfortable in working with this person. So I hope that helps you to determine which way to go if someone reaches out to you on one of these freelance marketplaces and how to handle it. If your intuition is telling you that there's something wrong here, or they're just flat out being crude or rude or inappropriate or pushy or demanding that you work off platform, something that just makes you uncomfortable right out of the gate, then I would definitely take a look at their user profile to get more of an idea of who this person is, how serious they are about having a profile on this marketplace. Did they fill it out? Do they have a bio? Do they have, linked accounts that show that they are here to stay, at least for a while anyway? Do they have any reviews from any other sellers? What kind of a person are they? Are they rated well? Do any of the reviews state that they might be difficult to work with? Take all of these things into consideration if you have doubts about this person's ability to pay or, if they're on the up and up, that sort of a thing. So I hope that helps you. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I really appreciate that. And if you want to know more about me, my work, or how I can help you get started in audiobook narration or voiceover, please check out my website, VoiceOverAngela.com. As always, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.